Hello scene peepers. Welcome back to our channel. I hope you guys have been enjoying our video so far. Today I would like to share a 2013 American romance comedy zombie film called Warm Bodies. This movie is an adaptation of Isaac Marion's novel of the same name. It is enjoyable to watch how zombies and humans can develop a romantic connection. Of course, who could resist the handsome Nicholas Hoult even if he is a zombie? The movie is not a typical zombie thriller film. You can still find various funny scenes in it. Spoilers ahead. Take care and enjoy. The movie started with a scene where we can see R, the male zombie, is having a conversation with himself. He wants to get connected to people, but then he fully realizes that it is impossible since he is dead. All the people around him are also dead. They all have pale skin and R thinks he should probably eat better to gain a normal skin color. R also explains that he can't remember his name. He somehow just knows that his name started with the letter R, but he knows nothing about himself. We are shown that R somehow has the intelligence to be aware of his surroundings. We also can see that even though all people around him are zombies, they behave as if they are normal. It is also mentioned in the movie that zombies are living a boring life and sometimes attack humans. Most of them also live in the airport. From the R point of view, there are other types of zombies who look like skulls and they are more aggressive. It is said that despite attacking and eating humans, R somehow isn't fond of that fact. R lives in an abandoned airplane and enjoys listening to music from his vinyl record collection. R has an undead best friend called M. With grunts and moans and a few near words, they manage to communicate rudimentarily. They both express their hunger and go to the nearest city looking for food. As for zombies, R and his pack walk extremely slowly. On the other hand, Julie Grigio and some of her friends are sent by her father to do some research outside the wall. They need to find some information to help America recover from this zombie apocalypse. They have to collect medical supplies for people who survive inside the wall. When R and a pack of zombies are out foraging for food, they come upon Julie Grigio and a number of her pals. They burst into a fight, humans shooting the zombies while the latter try to eat them. R notices Julie and is immediately fascinated by her. It is later revealed by R that he dislikes this type of hunger. R also says that he will gain humans' feelings and memories whenever he eats their brains, which becomes his favorite part. He expresses that by eating their brain, he can feel alive like a human again. After getting shot in the chest by Perry, R kills him, and eats his brain. R's attraction to Julie grows as a result of Perry's memories. When Julie gets cornered, he saves her from the rest of the group by smearing zombie blood on her face, concealing her scent. He then transported her to an airplane where he resides. At this moment, R doesn't even know why he does all of these. Meanwhile, Julie still feels terrified and can't trust R. She thought R would kill and eat her. Although R had said frequently that Julie is safe in the airplane, that night, R leaves Julie in the airplane and later eats another piece of Perry's brain. He recalls some of Perry's memories, including his arguments with Julie's dad and their previous zombie encounters. R realizes why Julius is afraid of him. R later tries several ways to approach Julie. He puts a blanket on Julie's body and plays her songs while they are both hiding in the airplane. His actions confuse Julie. Suddenly, R's heart beats again. The next morning, Julie tricks R. She said she was hungry and asked R to help to find her food. After R leaves the airplane to look for some food for Julie, she attempts to escape but fails. R saves her by concealing her scent with blood and asks Julie to pretend to be like a zombie. He also finds canned food for her. Somehow, Julie starts to trust him. They have a weird conversation, but Julie somehow learns his name is R. Julie says she wants to go home, but R insists that the situation isn't safe now and she should stay a few days. He just doesn't want Julie to leave and tries to make her stay longer. Julie finds out that R is different from the other zombies. He can speak a little bit, although it's not in a full sentence. She somehow can understand what he is talking about. After that brief conversation, Julie agrees to stay a few days until the zombie pack forgets about her and she can leave safely. Staying with R for a few days, the two bond. Julie takes R for a ride and she ends up teaching him how to drive a fancy sports car. To pass the time, they listen to LP records and play games, which causes R to come to life. His heart begins to beat, and he gradually gains the ability to communicate with more words. It looks like they have become friends. One day, Julie asks R whether her boyfriend will eventually come back to life just like R after a zombie ate him. That night, they shared a deep conversation. Julie feels sad about her world and R consoles her, making her confused about how the undead can give those kinds of responses. After seeing Julie fall asleep, R eats another part of Perry's brain and gains another memory. However, he later spits out the brain, feeling disgusted with himself. That night, Julie becomes restless and attempts to return home, but she is attacked by swarms of zombies. R comes to save her, battling off a group of zombies, including M, who is perplexed by R's actions. They also run away from the skulls who want to eat Julie. With M's help, the trio escapes from skulls but later arrives in the garage full of the undead. Julie holds R's hand and the zombie pack somehow doesn't attack her after seeing their hands. The two ride in the car together, getting near to the city. That night, it's raining heavily and Julie decided to take a rest in one of the abandoned houses in the deserted neighborhood. They find a Polaroid camera in the house and take some pictures so they can keep it as a memory. Before going to bed, Julie invites R to sleep in the same room, saying that she is afraid of sleeping alone in the house. Meanwhile, the rest of the zombie pack, including M, starts to feel their heartbeat again after seeing a picture of people holding hands. They somehow gained their memory of love when they were humans. Feeling the number of heartbeats near them, the skulls are shown ready to attack. In the bedroom, Julie sees her dad's troops passing the neighborhood. However, she can't take a risk since she believed her dad would shoot R in his head if he saw him. Julie doesn't want anything bad to happen to R since the latter has always been kind to her and helped her a couple of times. Before sleeping they talk heart to heart. R reveals that he ate Perry and apologizes to Julie. That night, for the first time in his zombie life, R can sleep and even dream. The next morning, when he awakes, he finds out that Julie abandons him and returns home alone. R begins his devastating journey back to the airport. He's heartbroken. Nothing changes despite his hard work to win Julie's heart, and feel human again. Julie also arrives. After making sure she isn't infected, her father hugs her. Both of them later go into the city behind the wall. After meeting M, R discovers that M and other zombies are exhibiting signs of life. They can communicate better and now have feelings. They also somehow regain a little part of their previous memories as humans. Both R and M are sure that they are changing and they need help from humans or the skulls will prey on them. They later take a group to the human enclave, where R slips through the secret door, which he saw in Perry's memory. R successfully sneaks into the city and looks for Julie. R finally finds Julie and encounters Julie's friend, Nora, who is taken aback by R's presence in the region. Julie invites R to her room and Nora keeps questioning him. She notes R's developing humanity. When R discloses that the other bodies are also resurrecting, the three of them attempt to inform Colonel Grigio, Julie's father, and the survivors' leader. Both Julie and Nora also try to put some makeup on R's face so he doesn't look like a zombie. Meanwhile, the skulls, who have lost their humanity and are now preying on everything with a heartbeat, strive to locate R and his group. In the wall, Nora, Julie, and R try to contact Colonel Grigio in his base and inform him that some of the undead are changing. Julie's dad doesn't believe them. He even wants to shoot R when he sees him. He dismisses them and threatens to kill R, only to be stopped when Nora pulls out a revolver. Julie and R escape and make their way to a baseball park, where the rest of R's group is waiting. The number of the group keeps increasing. The zombie pack is constantly changing and becoming human again. Suddenly, they are ambushed by skulls. Not long after that, Julie's dad's troop arrives at the ambush location. It is shown that the changing zombie helps the soldier to fight the skulls. Julia and R also try to run from the skulls but they are not fast enough and fall into combat. R saves Julie again. While M and his gang of zombies fight the skulls, Julie and R flee, but they are cornered. R takes the only way out by jumping into a pool far below, protecting Julie from the impact. They kiss passionately when Julie pulls R from the pool's depths. Colonel Grigio arrives and unprovoked shoots R in the shoulder. Julie tries to persuade him that R has changed when she realizes that he is bleeding profusely from his wound, revealing that he is fully recovered and is once again human. Julie's dad accepts the truth that the zombie pack is changing. Humans and zombies join forces to murder the majority of the skulls, while the rest starve to death. The zombies slowly resurrect and merge into human civilization. Human interaction is the key to healing them. Later, a completely human R and Julie sit side by side. Julie asks whether R has remembered his complete name. R said he doesn't remember anything and just likes to be called R. He also reveals that he loves his current life. At the end of the movie, they witness the destruction of the city's wall, signaling the end of the apocalypse. What do you think about the movie, peepers? Does falling in love with a handsome zombie make you excited? Shout out to Julie who made a brave decision for love. We will somehow do anything for our loved ones, even though they are zombies who ate your ex's brain. Leave your comments below. Subscribe to this channel for more movie recaps. Please like and turn on notifications for more updates. Thank you and see you in the next video.